Najee Harris, a running back for the Pittsburgh Steelers, was a threat in the passing game while playing almost every snap all season. Harris started the season ranked 9th among running backs in the league, made the PFWA All-Rookie Team, made the Pro Bowl, and finished 4th in the NFL in rushing yards. So it's simple to assume that he had the best season of his life. But when a thorough evaluation is done, how effective has he actually been in the NFL? Stay with us in this video as we answer that question for you. The Steelers' selection of running back Najee Harris with their first-round choice and 1,200 rushing yards were only averaged at 3.9 per attempt. Harris's effectiveness was 9th worst among players with more than 150 rushing attempts. Lower statistics were only achieved by 3 players with 200 plus 4, which was among the lowest. Antonio Gibson was the only player to finish with a lower efficiency on 300 plus touches. Those efficiency figures are a matter of concern because it's reasonable to anticipate a slight decline in Harris's usage this season after he led the league in touches. With a 14.4% target share, he handled over 75% of the Steelers' rushing attempts. He had 381 touches on 401 opportunities for the entire game. He was on the field for nearly 80% of the Steelers' season, which is an obscene amount of field time for a running back. Simply put, NFL running back players known as not for long, owing to how quickly they tend to call it quits on their careers due to injuries, have significantly overplayed Harris for his position. Only 7 other skilled players had more snaps than Harris, who had the most in the NFL among running backs. If the Steelers hadn't taken action to address the depth at running back, Harris would likely have another year of high usage in 2022. If this happens, his chances of continuing to play as the second contact in Pittsburgh are therefore dimmed in the long run. However, that heavy usage also reveals specific kinks in that ostensibly solid base. Of course, every subpar Steelers offensive line and a highly constrained Pittsburgh attack may be blamed for at least some of that. The Steelers have spent more on the offensive line than a third-round pick for more than 10 years. In actuality, no team over the previous 10 years of football invested less draft money in their offensive line than the Pittsburgh Steelers. The offensive line from last season stopped the Steelers from getting past the first round of the playoffs. Despite being at the Chiefs' mercy in round 1, they managed to squeeze out a winning record. Aging veteran Ben Roethlisberger, who was in the twilight stretch of his career, was unable to sufficiently escape the pocket to have a chance to make a play down the field. His statistics and the performance of his squad suffered as a result. Trubisky and Pickett now offer more mobile options, which may help conceal the offensive line's shortcomings. Harris spent time in foster care and moved around when he was 13. So we can say that he's seen the down parts of life and doesn't want to let himself go down and go back to those days of not enough. He was a Bay Area legend a few years before his NFL draft. Last season, Harris led the NFL in offensive snaps played and touches. The team intends to alleviate the burden on his shoulders in his second season with an eye on the 2022 season. "We're doing that a lot this year, where I won't be on the field as much," Harris said before the first day of Steelers minicamp at UPMC Rooney Sports Complex on Tuesday. "I'll be on the field a lot, but there will be times when I won't be. I guess I'll just pick my spots, rest more. I'm taking a break," Harris said in his first remarks to the media since winter. "I will not be on the field for certain plays. We're still going to talk about that though. I do want to play a lot, anytime I can. But at the same time, it's all about being smart, so I understand where the Steelers' offensive coaches are coming from. It's challenging to judge Najee Harris's current skill level, so it makes sense to hold on to whatever assessment of the pick one had on draft day. It would be more accurate to mark the pick as incomplete than anything else. Although Harris is a skilled rusher, the Steelers will have squandered their pick if they don't improve the offensive around him and add depth to prevent running him into the ground. Harris is a unique weapon that might make the Steelers' offensive formidable for many years. However, he could join the ranks of promising running backs who flamed out early in their careers due to injuries if... See you next time.